So I was going to wait to do this series, but I was talking to Angela Moi just a little while ago, and I told her I'd jump on and start this series to get you guys to understand some of the stuff that it's not widely disseminated because people don't, most people don't want to hear about. They don't want to hear about negative stuff. They don't want to hear about things they don't understand, but it's important and imperative for you to understand what goes on in the outer realms, right? If you've read the Bible, you've read in Genesis at the beginning of creation at the Garden of Eden, you've probably read about the Nephilim, and you've read about how in the beginning there was, like it talks about in Genesis, the Nephilim were having babies. They were breeding with the daughters of men. And some of you may not have understood what that meant. Again, Christians don't really talk about it. And unless you've done extensive study with someone who is open to understanding that, okay, there are other races other than human beings from Earth. Do you believe, and I want communication here, because for a long time, I've not really wanted to get into this stuff. I mean, people always ask me about angels and demons and dark spirits and positive spirits, and there is each, right? Law of polarity says for every one thing, there is something exactly the opposite. If there's light, there's dark. If there's good, there's evil. That's part of what holds together the fabric of this universe. Can it all be positioned and used for good? Absolutely. So I want to know from you guys, put it in the comments, do you believe that there are other races of beings other than just humans? Do you believe in aliens? Let's start there. Do you believe in other starseed races? Lemurians, Atlanteans, a lot of people talk about them, and they were starseed races that came to the planet. There's a whole very interesting, hi Donna, many years ago, back, I want to say it started back in the 70s or 80s, there was a couple scientists and researchers that went to a tribe in Africa called the Dogon tribe. And what they found with the hieroglyphs and hieroglyphs and petroglyphs within the caves, and there are caves from the Dogon tribe. You can look this up. It's documented, well documented, and they've studied. Like they were amazed at the knowledge this indigenous tribe had on the Sirius B constellation. So we have Sirius A within our galaxy, within the Orion belt. Then there was a little planet called Sirius B. And our astronomers and our scientists didn't know about Sirius B, yet they go into the cave in the Dogon tribe. And here's this drawing of the exact orbit of Sirius B, and it only appears to where you can see it for a brief time about every 50 years is the orbit. Otherwise, it's hidden because of the shape and size of Sirius A. The Sirius star group, there are aliens called the Sirius star group. And you can look that up. There's the Pleiadians, there's the Greys, there's the Nordics, there's actual Martians. Mars is not a friendly race of beings. All of the races, and I mean, I could go on and on. Arcturian, right? There's a planet and beings from the Maldek constellation, like all over the place. And yes, I believe in starseeds, aliens, especially the more I travel. There's no scientific explanation. So here's what's interesting about you posting pictures of Lake Titicaca, Darlene. Lake Titicaca is known for having some interesting energies, both positive and negative, from the aliens, and them using what's called dark magic, dark energy manipulation. It's across the board on this planet. We have light, but if you can keep people ignorant of the fact that these things exist, then they can control and manipulate you. Yes, we have light, and yes, we have aliens that are here to support You and I, we did not originate from this planet. It's very interesting because my oldest daughter is not one to believe in a lot of the supernatural stuff, even though she grew up with me and she's seen crazy things. I think her husband's more kind of poo-poos the whole astrology, numerology, and all of that. And yet she's being more and more, as she gets closer to being 30, she's 29 now, she is getting drawn into expanding her consciousness. And her husband were watching ancient, you brought the light there. Yes. Ancient aliens. And for a long time, and a couple of years ago, she said, Mom, and it was a private conversation. Her and I were driving somewhere, and she said, I don't think human beings are native to Earth. I think we're all aliens. And I said, you're pretty accurate there. Why do you think that? And she said, look, we're the only ones on this planet. We're the only species on this planet that doesn't live naturally. All the other animals and plants thrive on the cycles of nature. They are all in rhythm with nature. We build these man-made structures, right? We can't live. We have fake food, man-made food. We don't live within the natural rhythm. Do you believe this to be true? Now, I'm not saying that all the races here are not capable of that, because if you look at the Native American tribes, the indigenous tribes, including where Darlene is, Peru, Brazil, there's indigenous tribes throughout the world that are still, some of them still living with their native traditions, their native beliefs, and they're living in harmony with nature. But most human beings are not living in harmony with nature. We live in these man-made structures called houses. We are completely out of the cycle. Is this making sense? So you look at that and you go, okay, then where did we come from? So back to the Dogon tribe. What they found with the Dogon tribe, aside from discovering that for hundreds of years, these Dogons knew about Sirius B before it was discovered by our scientists, right? They had it drawn on their walls. They also, and here's what's just fabulously amazing, the Dogon tribe had drawings of fish on the walls. And so do tribes in Peru, near Lake Titicaca, tribes in other parts of the world, like Brazil. In their cave drawings, they had a fish drawn on the wall, but it wasn't a fish. It was a dolphin. And their origin story, their creation story, speaks of these dolphins coming down from outer space, from alien ships coming down and seeding life on this planet. And there are many stories about it if you go beyond your Bible and whatnot. Look, the Bible has been rewritten, edited, and a lot of materials have been taken out. It's proven when it happened during the Constantine days. It's just been edited and edited. So why? Because there are positive alien races that are looking to collaborate, to be a part of society and different dimensions. And we're all here on a soul level, here in physical form, to experience, to grow, to expand, to evolve. All of us are. Whether you're here on Earth or you're in a different star system, you're in a different galaxy, you're in a different, on a different planet. But there was life on Mars at one time. Mars destroyed themselves and made it uninhabitable. There was life on a planet called Maldek, and the Maldek, they blew that planet up, and it nearly destroyed all the planets in that galaxy, and we're part of that. There's so many sightings. So, the abduction stories they seem to share in mainstream are always very limited and very uneducated. But when you really start to get into it and understand, and a lot of this information has been coming through to many people within the Akashic Records, there's been channelings about it. There's all kinds of information out there, and it's true because it resonates with you. All right. And I realize I'm kind of jumping around. I just want to give you guys the basics. But we are all not from here. All of planet Earth, from a standpoint of humanity wise, was seeded from other star systems, from other alien races. And there was founders here, starseeds that came here to found the earth. This was meant to be a bit of a school and a place where, because of the density, you worked out a lot of karma here. And then you go and you look at the teachings about the fallen angels. Okay. And the Luciferians. And there is a group of both aliens and fallen angels that make up the group of the Luciferians, who are the groups, both aliens and fallen angels, that have created the darkness on this planet and look to and have for a long time been able to mind control using AI technology in the energy grids, because they understand them, they can see them, closed off our ability to see and sense, most people's, except for some of the sensitives, closed off our ability to see and sense, pretend like they're not real. Let's even in a lot of the new age teachings and metaphysical teachings, they don't teach about that end of it. They want to keep it all love and light and positive. But if you don't look at the aspect of, okay, if there's a positive, there's a negative here. If there's a light, there's a dark here. If you don't understand that that's happening, you miss the fact that there is a spiritual battle that's been going on long before you and I were born. And it continues. And that's what all of this ascension stuff is about. That's what all these new light energies and new understandings are about, is to overtake the dark with light. And that's why I've been talking about it so much, because we are awakening. Many people that have come to me for Akashic Records are looking to find out who's my soul group of origination. Now, we're all from one source energy, but it's a little absurd and a bit egotistical and arrogant to think that Creator, source energy, only created human beings on earth. It's kind of ridiculous to think we're the only intelligent life. No, in fact, the Dogons and even scientists have developed the understanding that the dolphins and the whales are some of the most, if not the most, conscious beings on this planet. Dolphins and the whales. And they were one of the first. The dolphins came first and seeded, and then they had to evolve their bodies, but they are the guardians. And they are intelligent. Dolphins and whales are super intelligent beings and very telepathic. And I'll share a story later in upcoming videos of just how amazing they are and how well they communicate with human beings, right? We've seen stories all over the news, dolphins saving people from shark attacks. They have an intelligence, and they're far, just because they don't communicate with language the same way we communicate with language doesn't mean shit. And we need to get beyond that. But there are other races. The Draconians, which is the reptilian race, has been known. It's been known in lots of circles that they are, and that's where that word draconian tactics, that's where that came from the Dracos. That starseed are very dark. They work with some of the grays, aliens, and they are here to use human beings and the resources on this planet for their own good. Way back when the Dogon tribe was investigated, there was a lot of creation stories that they brought forward, a lot of understanding of what we have to guard against. And I want you guys to understand, even the internet, I really believe that Creator God has really allowed us to see more and more how things work as we evolve our consciousness. And it's only been within the last 25, 30 years that we've had the technology to even understand what's possible in, working with energy and radio waves and sine waves and whatnot. So again, for us to think that we're the only species, no. There are many races, and all of the readings that me and other psychic readers, Akashic record readers bring forth usually are of the light. But there are tools of deception even within the Akashic records. So, and Angela, this is for you. When we're reading within the Akashic records, one of the very first things we check for are devices of deception and facade devices. There's one called light power imaging. It acts as a mirror so that you actually cannot be recognized, and very traumatized souls, powerless victim like souls use that device, but it's offered to them from the dark entities and aliens. Souls are trafficked at times too in the nighttime, especially light souls that become very confused or traumatized. Their energy is taken. This is why we need to be aware. There is both light and there's dark. But when we go into the Akashic Records, and that's the first thing we check for, is there any facade devices? We check for implants, etheric implants. That's what that's about. We're checking to see, is there any energy imprints or implants that have been placed there from a past life or another race of being? Is this making sense, Angela? Because you have all of this on your soul profile stuff. We're checking to see if the person's soul has ever been trapped in a negative astral. Why are we checking that? What's a negative astral? Negative astral is another astral plane, another astral realm that is manipulated by the dark forces, the dark entities. You don't need to know all of the races, but you need to know that they exist. And as we move forward, I'll start to identify, the good and the bad. And how do you discern? It's no different than how we discern light from dark here. There are negative spirits and there are positive spirits there. And here's the deal. A lot of the Archangel Michael stuff, the Saint Germain stuff, the even some of the Melchizedek stuff, that was all hijacked. A lot of it was hijacked from the negative entities to take people off the course of connecting to source energy and to follow instead with the dark energy, the antichrist, antichristos, anti-light, right? We've read all about this in our spiritual texts, but it was so edited and so veiled, a lot of people didn't understand it. They're like, well, who's the Antichrist? And they're looking outside for the Antichrist. It's already there. You can't see it. There are things placed within the energy of the earth grids meant to help light workers and those who are seeking God first, who are understanding themselves, who are looking to ascend, who are looking to deepen connection, to help you. There are power places, power vortexes. When you go to one of them, you will shed the ego, drop the shadows after you recognize them, and then you're able to hold more light, which is why they're having me do so much with light codes, shifting people's energies right now. But if it's happening in the light with anchor points, don't you think that it's happening in the dark? Don't you think the negative forces and the negative aliens that want to use us as food, literally, how do you recognize the fact that that's even real? Do you know who they control? They control the leaders of the world, who are the narcissists, the psychopaths, the sociopaths that don't bring more life for anyone but them and only care about themselves. They don't care about sustaining the planet or human life or any other form of life. They only care about themselves. And if we can disseminate this for ourselves and understand it for ourselves and stand in that place of love and be able to discern those frequencies, what's what. Confusion is a tool of the dark.